Hi, this is Sarah Meixel with thepigsite.com, and today we're here with Dave Pyburn. He is the Chief Veterinarian at the National Pork Board. Thanks for being with us today, Dave.
Thanks for having me today, Sarah.
Very good. Tell me a little bit about this new program that you guys have launched called AgView.
Yeah, I'm excited to tell you about that. Now that we have it launched, Sarah, this is a program that can help us out immensely, help out state veterinarians and USDA immensely if we ever do get a foreign animal disease. AgView is a system that's designed to enable producers to put data about their farms. So it's premises identification data, it's pig movement data, so we can have pig contact tracing for disease, and it's also diagnostic data, along with their secure pork supply data, can all be stored up in AgView, held only so they see it until they permission it to be seen in the time of an outbreak. That data will be very valuable as we look to get business continuity restarted domestically within the United States, and then also potentially regionalize and get trade restarted after we have a foreign animal disease outbreak. This is all designed to help us out and to help the state veterinarians and USDA out to get a better handle on a foreign animal disease outbreak, regionalize it more quickly, and get us back into some semblance of business continuity, even though we're still dealing with a foreign animal disease outbreak.
That sounds like an incredible program. How much work goes into it from a producer standpoint? Because it sounds like a lot of information to put in, super valuable, but what's it? How does this work for the producer?
Yeah, this is a voluntary opt-in, free-to-use program for the producer, but we need that producer data up there prior to an outbreak, so that when there is an outbreak, that data is very readily accessible to that state veterinarian if it's permissioned by the producer, so that decisions can start immediately. It's going to be key when we have a foreign animal disease outbreak that we can very quickly figure out where it might be and where it's not, concentrate on those areas where the disease might be, and be able to get a quicker control and a control zone established, or control zones established, so that we can get quicker control of the disease, make sure it doesn't spread any farther.
And it sounds like this is a state-to-state program, right? So you would work with you would have your program. It's a national program, I understand, but if something were to happen, those containments were going to be very much state-run, right?
Yeah, state veterinarians are going to have that authority. State veterinarians have that quarantine authority in the face of an outbreak. State veterinarians will have that permitting authority to get business continuity restarted, pig movements restarted. So that's what we've been concentrating on as we've led up to this launch. We've been talking individually with state veterinarians. We've been demoing this system for them. We've been inviting them to get accounts, which they have, and to start putting data into the system so that they can play with it. That's, as you know, with software, that's really the only way to learn it,
right,
is to get in there and see how it works. And on the other hand, though, while they were doing that, they were helping us out because we were getting a test of the system and working out glitches or bugs that might be in the system. So yeah, we're ready for launch now. We're excited to have it out there. Now what we really need is for producers to see the value in this, that if indeed we have a foreign animal disease outbreak and there is that quarantine period, and then we need to get business restarted from those non-control zones or those free zones, AgView is a way to help us get to that. So state veterinarians have the ability to contact trace pigs and see where disease is and where it's not. And then those safe movements, hopefully they'll be permitted.
And I guess we all think about data, right? And some people are scared by it, some people love it. But this is one of those situations, it sounds like it's going to be critical. Yeah,
this is one of those situations where this data is going to be needed anyway. And luckily for our industry, we haven't had to deal with a foreign animal disease in the recent past, but other industries have, like poultry. And this was some of the shortcomings that we saw as they dealt with exotic Newcastle disease and high path avian influenza, is there really wasn't a good way to transfer this data from producers to state veterinarians so they could make risk decisions. And so that was what really started Secure Pork Supply, and what really started AgView to be able to display the Secure Pork Supply information was, how can we enable this data to be present, to be held securely, but upon permissioning by producers, be able to be seen by state veterinarians so they can make those decisions.
It sounds like a great program. So, and it's always, I think it's always good when we can learn from each other, right? We learn from, lessons learned, I guess, are some of the key things that, especially in these disease outbreaks, that we're all learning, right? And try and do better the next time.
Yep, AgView is a software system that has been developed through the pork checkoff. But I will tell you this, we've already shown it to the beef industry and to the dairy industry. They've got their own secure food supply programs as well. They've got the same issues that we've got as far as being able to show data in the face of an outbreak.
Sure.
And they have an incredible interest already in AgView. So this may go well beyond just pork in the future.
That's great. I think it's important for that kind of sharing and learning within the ag industry. So very good. Well, thank you so much for all this great information, Dave.
You bet. Thanks for having me, Sarah.
This is Sarah Mikesel with